Good afternoon. I guess we can start. My name is Justyna Własiuk, and I'm delighted to welcome you to today's webinar hosted by Aurorian Technologies. At Aurorian, we specialize in IT consulting and software development, providing solutions in PLM, ALM, and more in many industries. Today's meeting is devoted to Codebeamer Agriculture Template, a solution created by Aurorian to improve collaboration and efficiency in agricultural machinery development. And the details of this solution will be presented to you by our specialist, Reni Sharon. Reni, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Justyna. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to today's webinar. We are thrilled to have you here join us for a deep dive on how Aurorian's Codebeamer template can help you optimize your agricultural machinery development process. My name is Reni Sharon. I'm a senior consultant with Aurorian Technologies with 8 years of experience in ALM, and I will be guiding you through today's presentation. So let's get started. So in today's presentation, we will be looking into the importance of functional safety in agriculture. We'll understand how the ISO standards work. We'll look into the AGPL standards as well. We will be then looking into the various features and benefits of Aurorian's agricultural template, and followed by a case study at the end of the presentation. And we will also have a Q&A session at the end. So if you do have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to drop it in the Q&A section on Teams. And we will be answering your questions and queries at the end of the session. And if in case we run out of time and we cannot answer your question, we will be addressing your questions via email. So yeah. So to the next slide. So here we will be looking into the importance of functional safety in agriculture. So as we all know, agricultural machinery is evolving rapidly, especially with increase in use of automation and control systems. And how the machine becomes more and more advanced, ensuring the safety of operators and surrounding environment becomes more crucial. So that's where your ISO 25119 standards and your AGPL standards comes into picture. So these standards basically provide a framework to help manufacturers reduce risk and prevent accidents, and also meet your regulatory requirements. So by following these standards, you not only protect your operators and products, but also reduce the potential for costly machinery failures. So in today's presentation, we'll explain you how you can achieve these compliance with these standards by using our ready-to-go template. So let's quickly look into the various challenges that our manufacturers face in the agricultural machinery industry. So particularly when it comes to safety compliance. So the first one of the biggest hurdles is manufacturing the complex regulatory compliance with standards like ISO 25119 and AGPL alongside various regional compliance and regulations. It can be quite difficult to stay on top of all the requirements, and especially for global operators. And next, manufacturers often find themselves spending too much time on manual risk assessments. Conducting these assessments, like identifying hazards and assigning the right safety integrity levels, can take up a lot of resources and time. And another key challenge here is to ensure end-to-end traceability. So especially in safety critical industry like automotive and agriculture, manufacturers must link every requirement to a test case, to risk and other tasks. So ensuring that everything is traceable throughout your development lifecycle process can be quite overwhelming. And yeah. And as machinery becomes more and more complex, ensuring functional safety becomes more challenging. And advanced machines like harvesters and tractors need to be thoroughly tested to ensure they operate safely under all conditions. Finally, all of these factors can lead to significant delay in time to market, increasing your costs and reducing the competitiveness. Now let's dive into the specifics of ISO 25119 and AGPL. ISO 25119, as we all know, is the primary international standard governing the safety of control systems, especially in agricultural machinery. So it focuses on ensuring that these systems perform their safety functions correctly in response to inputs, especially in hazardous situations. So the standards require thorough risk assessment and use of safety integrity levels, which define how safety functions must be performed on risk. And then we have AGPL, which is nothing but your agricultural performance level. So AGPL is nothing but agricultural specific extension of functional safety. And the AGPL level ranges from AGPL A to AGPL E, where E is the highest level of safety. This ensures that agricultural machines meet specific performance criteria and based on the risks they pose. So complying with these standards not only enhances the safety of your product, of your machine, but also opens door to faster product certification and market readiness. So here we will be looking into some of the key features and benefits of using Aurorion's agricultural template. So here at Aurorion, we understand that achieving compliance with ISO 25119 AGPL can be quite time consuming and complex, and which is why we have developed this pre-configured template, which will help you with the management of the compliance process efficiently. So some of the features of our templates include the predefined workflows for risk assessment and hazard identification. This also comes with automated assignment of AGPL levels based on your risk analysis. We offer full traceability of requirements to test cases, requirements to risk, ensuring that every critical element is covered. And we also have tools to manage verification and validation processes, allowing you to easily track, monitor, and document the testing of your machinery's safety functions. So by using our template, you can significantly reduce the time spent on compliance while ensuring that nothing is overlooked. And now I'd like to give you a quick demo to show how it works in practice. So before we dive into the demo, you can see the template in the Codebeamer, and we should start by setting up the project where the compliance related tasks are organized. So let me quickly start. So as you can see, we are going into the system risk, and here are several parameters which are very critical in identifying the AGPL. So the three important parameters are severity, exposure, and controllability. So based on the values that the user sets for these parameters, the AGPL will be calculated automatically on save. So you get your QM for S1, E2, and C1. So this is the risk assessment on how the AGPL is calculated. In the next slide, you will be looking into how the failure mode and effective analysis comes into picture. So we have a DFMEA item as well. So here you can see different parameters which are used for FMEA, like failure mode, failure effects, and potential causes. So as mentioned earlier, for in case of AGPL, RPN also has three basic or three critical parameters through which RPN is calculated. So one is severity of effect, occurrence, and detection. RPN is nothing but your risk priority number, and this is a multiplication of severity of effect, occurrence, and detection. So here you can see in this video how it is calculated. So uh, the user is entering severity of effect, occurrence, and detection. And on save, you can see the RPN1 is being calculated. We also have RPN codes, color codes ranging from green, yellow, orange, and red based on the level RPN value. So the user here is also entering other parameters like actions recommended and current controls, which are critical again in identifying and mitigating your failure modes. And your occurrence and detection is also entered in the second phase. So occurrence 2 and detection 2 is entered, and your RPN 2 is calculated. So we must see if it is reducing or increasing the risk priority number. So these are some of the features that are available in the template. So now let me share a quick case study on how to illustrate the effectiveness of our template. So this case study is from a leading global agricultural machinery manufacturer. So the customer faced quite too many challenges with their manual compliance with the ISO 25119. The process was time consuming, and ensuring traceability from requirement to design to testing was quite difficult. So after implementing our agriculture solution, the customers saw a 30% reduction in the time spent on verification and validation. They achieved faster compliance with ISO 25119, enabling them to bring their market products to the market much quickly, and improve safety across their automated systems, especially for their harvesters and tractors. So this shows how the right tools can significantly ease the compliance burden while improving your safety and efficiency. Before we wrap up, I'd like to take a moment to highlight that Aurorian also supports a configuration, customization, and setup of already available Codebeamer templates for automotive, aerospace, and medtech industries as well. To wrap things up, we have seen how ISO 25119 and AGPL are essential for ensuring safety in agricultural machinery, and how our template can make the compliance much easier. So if you would like to explore more on how our template can work for you and your business, we encourage you to schedule a free consultation or sign up for a personalized demo. I thank you all so much for joining us today and giving your time. And we look forward to helping you streamline your compliance process. So we have covered a lot of ground today, so I'd like to open the floor for some questions. So feel free to submit the questions in the Q&A section if you haven't already. So, okay. We have a question on if how can the Codebeamer template be customized for specific machinery models or regulatory environments for such as varying regional compliance standards? So as we all know, Codebeamer templates can be highly flexible. So you can customize it to to fit your specific business needs for different machinery models or regional regulatory requirements. For instance, you can modify your workflows, you can modify the parameters or attributes which you add in different item types. So this, I mean, all these parameters can be done for a specific, regional standard, or which is beyond your ISO 25119 and AGPL. So it can be something to do with your EU emission regulations or your specific US safety standards. So basically, the Codebeamer template is very flexible, and it's highly flexible, and you can customize it based on every model or regional regulatory requirements. So that's one thing. Can you provide more details on how template handles variant management in agricultural machinery? And yeah, so variant management is something built in Codebeamer. So Codebeamer does have its built-in variant management, which is working sets basically. So through this, you can deal with machines with different models and configurations, or even regional specific configurations as well. So with working sets and picture, you can configure each requirement or say test cases or risk, which will be independent in each working set. So this will ensure that you can do independent releases, independent setup, independent configuration and customization setup. So that's available through working sets in Codebeamer itself. So yeah. You have any other question? Anyone? Please feel free to check. I think we don't have any more questions. If you do have questions later, you can email it to us. I think Yastina, you can take over.
Okay, so thank you very much, Rainy. Could you skip to the next slide, because there we have our contact form. So it could be useful because, as Rainy said, if you have any additional questions or want to follow up, feel free to reach out to us at the contact details you can see here. And thank you for attending, and I hope to see you at the next Aurorian Technologies webinar. So thank you once again, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you.